Hey, we're here with Dane at Giro, and he's going to run us through what we can expect from Giro in their footwear line in 2015. Dane, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your new offerings for 2015. In particular, we're interested in the Empire SLX and the Alpineduro.
We can't stop here. This is backcountry.
This is the shoe I'm most excited about for 2015. This is the Empire SLX, introduced this summer at the Tour de France. Actually right before the Tour de France, at the Tour of California. You may have seen it on Taylor Phinney's feet. He's been a big part of the Empire shoe line from the beginning. The idea of a high-end laced shoe was actually born from Taylor's brain. He approached us. He wanted something very sleek, aerodynamic, and comfortable, and he pitched the idea of laces, and we kind of went to town with it. It turned out better than any of us ever realized it could. Laces have quickly become our favorite in the office, quickly becoming a favorite in the peloton. The main reason, comfort. Obviously, a lot of style points with a shoe like this, but the best thing about it isn't style, it's comfort. And that comes from a one-piece upper and 7 points of contact up the instep. A shoe like this really conforms to any individual's foot. For example, I have a slight bump on my foot right about here. Shoe like this conforms to it. It's so comfortable. I don't want to go back to Velcro straps and buckles.
And how have you guys improved it from the Empire, the original?
So there's been 3 different versions of the Empire. The original Empire, the Empire ACC, and now the Empire SLX. The Empire ACC is still in the line. We bulked up the sole, made that the stiffest shoe possible. And this thing is all about cutting out as much weight as we could. So this is by far the lightest production road shoe on the market at 175 grams. We were able to do that with a lighter weight upper and an incredible Easton EC90 SLX full carbon outsole. So this is the most advanced carbon outsole made today on any shoes, especially cycling shoes. It really helps to have a strong relationship with the Easton brand and working with the engineers well in advance of this project to really create the ultimate sole for this particular shoe. It's not like we just pulled it off a shelf and said, let's use that sole on that shoe.
And lots of different colors as well that people can choose from?
There are 2 colors. This orange one is kind of our favorite right now. We're just in love with this color. But obviously it's not for everyone. So we have this sleek white Empire SLX as well. The Empire range, as I mentioned before, also includes the Empire ACC. A lot of color options on the ACC. This one's a lot of fun, and there's also a synth helmet with the same color, same sort of paint splatter. Classic white and black, classic all black matte and gloss, and this one's also a lot of fun. Nice and bright.
And then on the mountain side of things, one thing we've heard a lot about is the Alpineduro. So run us through the features on that one.
Alpineduro is also really exciting for us. I hate to admit it, but summer's over. I always leave the trade show and I realize, like, that's it. The days are getting shorter. Most places it's going to start raining and snowing, and a shoe like this really makes it easier to get out on the bike despite some bad weather. So this is the Alpineduro, insulated, very weatherproof for rain and snow. It's not a complete waterproof shoe. If you're walking around, if you submerge it in, say, a creek or something, you'll get some water through, but for riding in the rain, it's going to keep your feet dry and it's going to keep your feet warm. One really cool feature on this Alpineduro is the sole. So Vibram rubber, and these guys are kind of the rubber masters in all categories. For fashion, hiking, sport shoe, whatever, running shoes. These guys are definitely the rubber leaders. So we really wanted to work with them on all of our mountain bike shoes, which we are and we're very excited about. But this one in particular uses Vibram's Ice Trek rubber. So you can see it has, it's kind of shiny. What that is, those are particles of aluminum built into the rubber compound. So this shoe, or this rubber, it's going to stay nice and grippy, even in sub-freezing temperatures. where a lot of rubbers kind of firm up and get stiff. This stays nice and pliable, and the aluminum flex actually help you grip on ice. So really cool outsole. Similar to the Interbike in that you have a little bit of built-in flex in the forefoot. So very comfortable to hike in if you're getting off the bike, or even you know, walk into a coffee shop or grocery store after your commute across town. And it also looks good. Looks good on the trail. Looks good with slacks. So great shoe. This is the Alpineduro, $180 retail.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really popular, especially people in Portland that commute year-round, don't want to kind of cut down their after-work riding. That's going to be a great option. Dane, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
Have a great rest of the show.
Thanks, you too.
All right, thanks, man.